All right, right now on the phone, we're talking to members of Cleveland band Forager. We have Jimmy, Raye, and Matt on the phone. The band is set to release their debut EP, Deadbeat Suite, and they will be celebrating with a release show tomorrow night, Saturday, February 10th, up in Cleveland. Well worth the drive up. So we have 3 members on the phone right now. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Fantastic. Really well, Anthony. Thank you so much for having us on.
Real quick, do you guys just want to introduce yourselves? We can start with Matt. Just tell us what you do in the band.
Yeah, I'm Matt. I play drums.
I'm Raye. I play bass and sing.
Me, I play guitar.
So the band actually had quite an interesting start. You want to tell everyone how Forager ended up coming together?
Sure. We were a lottery league band. Lottery league is this thing they do in Cleveland every 3 years. They take all the bands who have toured or recorded professionally, and they mix us all up in a giant bingo hopper and put us all in new bands. And the last round of Lottery League was 2 years ago. They put together 33 new bands, and we were one of them.
That's awesome. So you went in all as just complete strangers then?
Yes.
So then originally going into Forager, going in as complete strangers, do you feel like that, did it make you more reserved when bringing ideas to the band? Or do you feel like all of you going in as strangers, that's just the whole lottery thing's very interesting to me. It's just kind of unconventional. Do you kind of feel like at the other way, though, did make you feel like you had more to prove to the other members and kind of push you musically since you were maybe not playing with friends or anything like that?
I think that the thing that pushed us the most was the time limit. We had 2 months to come up with 10 minutes of music. So real quick off the bat, our first meeting, we just hung out with each other and tried to get to know each other a little bit and figure out, what our common goals were. And we all agreed that we wanted to be in a band that recorded something. Kind of bonded over that right from the beginning and started bringing song ideas to practice and put in a lot of time right at the beginning to get ready for that big show.
Nice. Now, Matt, I know you joined a little bit later down the road. How did you end up in Forager?
Well, it's funny. Raye and I have known each other, not super close, for, almost 15 years. When we were both undergrads, we had mutual friends. And, around that time, my band, the Interns, was kind of wrapping up. Just as Raye seemed to kind of be picking up steam, she went on to play with this really cool post-punk band called Plasma for Guns, and then later a band called Bears. So I kind of kept tabs on what she was up to from afar. And like I said, we weren't particularly close. And, I wound up moving out to the West Coast. I was living in San Diego. And my band at the time, the Oxen, was looking for a bass player. So I kind of reconnected with Rachel just on the off chance that she might be up for a change of scenery. And, she's kind of put down some roots in the Cleveland area. And so that didn't come to fruition, but as luck would have it, several months later, I wound up moving back to Cleveland. And Joe, who had joined Forager through the Lottery League as their drummer, had an interest in playing guitar initially. From my understanding, I haven't done the Lottery League, but drummers are at a premium. So Joe wound up playing drums in Forager initially, always kind of had an interest in moving to guitar. So I think I was the 3rd or 4th drummer they tried out, and we just kind of gelled, and I'm enjoying, playing with these guys immensely, and we've just kind of been going forward from there.
Awesome. Well, like you mentioned, you went from the Interns when you were originally in Ohio, band we've played on here before, as well as the Oxen in San Diego. Moving back, how does the scene, does it feel like it's changed at all in Cleveland? Or does it kind of feel like the way that you left it?
Geez, I don't know, because as you grow and mature and your tastes change, I think the way you perceive the collective music scene kind of changes. I'm loving the scene that I came back to. We have a lot of super talented, really great bands here in Cleveland. And I think the local scene is really supportive, and I think there's a lot of really cool bands making really original music. So I've been really pleasantly surprised with how cool Cleveland has gotten in my absence.
Well, that's awesome. You guys are doing the EP release party tomorrow, Saturday, February 10th at 9 o'clock at the Happy Dog in Cleveland. Are the 2 openers, are those local bands? I know you guys are playing with the Sweepy Heads and Mild Animals. Those both Cleveland bands?
Yes, they're both based out of Cleveland. I know Sweepy Heads has done some touring around. I'm not sure if they've been out your way or not.
I gotta ask, the Happy Dog, is that a newer venue in Cleveland, or am I just out of the loop? I haven't heard of that one yet.
The Happy Dog is amazing. It started off as a hot dog restaurant with this great theme where you go in, you order your hot dog, and then they have like a Scantron bubble sheet of about 50 or 60 different toppings. And they weren't doing live music when they first opened up, but somewhere in my absence, they started doing live music, and in my estimation, it's one of the really great places to get a taste of Cleveland music, because they really are super supportive of a lot of the local bands there. And additionally, they provide a forum for some of the smaller or mid-level touring bands that may not be able to play some of the other venues in Cleveland.
Nice. I can't believe I've never caught a show there. That actually sounds really cool. Apparently I don't make my way up there enough, but wow, that sounds like a really cool place then for a EP release. So what can people expect from Forager in 2018? I mean, the new EP, you're putting that out. Is there more music on the way? Do you plan on playing outside of Cleveland? What can we expect out of you guys?
Both of those things, actually. Hopefully some more new music and also hitting the road.
Nice. And then where can people find Forager online?
Well, just about anywhere now. The EP technically comes out today on the 9th, and you can find it on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, all of the things. You can even Shazam us.
And then the EP, if I'm not mistaken, this one's going out. You guys are putting this one out on cassette, right?
Yes, we'll have cassettes at shows, and then you can buy a digital version of it online. The cassettes also come with like the download code inside of them too.
All right, well that's awesome. So then Forager, they're going to be doing their Deadbeat Suite EP release party going on tomorrow night at the Happy Dog in Cleveland. Starts at 9 o'clock. They're going to be playing with the Sweepy Heads and Mild Animals. Right now we're going to play 2 songs off the EP. We're going to play Solitaire and Fallout. Before we let you guys go, anything else you want to add or anything like that?
Thanks for having us, and we hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for being a longtime supporter of all things Matt Nelson that I've been involved in. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, no problem. It's good to have you on the show. Like I mentioned earlier, if people didn't hear, played the interns. We've played you guys before, some Forager, Oxen. So yeah, Matt is no stranger, nor is the rest of Forager to the band or to the radio show. So yeah, thank you guys for coming on the show. Like I said, go check out the EP release show tomorrow and check out Forager's debut EP, Deadbeat Suite. Right now, here is Solitaire right here on the Power Chord Hour.